Well, hello, you gorgeous mother truckers, and welcome back to the Inner Corrections. So, I don't know whether here in the UK we're not so up au fait with what's going on over the pond, where North Carolina area has been hit by a hurricane and it's devastated the place. And apparently, there's no money. There's no money to help them. Not only is there no money to help them, they're also being denied any access from help from everybody else. They're just being left to die and to just get on with it because it's a redneck area and they're not interested. Now, one of the biggest things is the fact that FEMA said they haven't got enough money to help because they've got no money. And everybody went, well, that's because FEMA, and get ready for this, UK listeners, this might sound familiar, FEMA have actually given all their money to help immigrants. So there's no money left in the pot. So we can't help you because everything we've got, we're giving to the immigrants. Sound familiar? Now, of course, they're denying it. So, again, doesn't take much to bring up, here we go, Insurrection Barbie. So, yes, FEMA took funds, used them for migrants. The media is not telling you the truth. No, I do not need to see articles from the Washington Post. I can listen to KJP. Please send this to any liberal spreading misinformation regarding why FEMA has run out of money. So let's just listen to what they say. It's at the bottom, you can see it's October 2024. It's a bit obscured by that. It says September 2022. So let's listen.
No, Biden did not take FEMA relief money to use on migrants. So FEMA regional administrators have been meeting with city officials on site to coordinate available federal support from FEMA and other federal agencies. Funding is also available through FEMA's emergency food and shelter program to eligible local governments and non-for-profit organizations upon request to support humanitarian relief for migrants.
So, there's the truth. Don't believe, well, how many times have we said, you can't believe the media, don't believe the media, they're all full of it, they're all lying. It's just absolutely ridiculous. And then we get other things that have been going on here, which, of course, it's all lies and everybody's denying and everybody's, no one's telling the truth and the media are doing their usual. When we get things like this, I'm not going to play the whole video, but where we get this. So here we go. They're from holy shit. Former Coast Guard member who travelled to North Carolina with her canines for body recovery efforts was advised to avoid FEMA as agents were reportedly confiscating supplies from private citizens. Additionally, members of the volunteer group she worked with discovered that FEMA was diverting supplies meant for North Carolinians to migrant shelters. So I'm going to play this little clip as well.
Hey guys, so I know I do a lot of fun and happy videos or whatever all the time, but so I'm here in Boone, North Carolina. I'm at the staging area. I volunteered myself and my canines to come up and do some search and rescue efforts. Here's the situation, okay? FEMA is in the area, and we've been told that if we see any FEMA agents, hightail it and go. So, obviously, you see all my equipment. So we've been told to just turn around and go the opposite direction because what they're doing is they're confiscating everything. They would confiscate all of my gear, my car, my dogs, literally everything. There are some people who have been tracking these FEMA agents and what they do with these supplies after. And these are people that are directly associated with the group that I'm volunteering with. And essentially what they're doing is they're taking these supplies to sanctuary areas for illegal migrants and giving it all to them. They are telling the locals here that they have no more money, that they can't give them any money, they can't do anything, but they are confiscating volunteer supplies as they come through, and they are giving it to people who are not legal within the country. Of course, it is very hush-hush. Of course, they're saying that that's not what they're doing. I will tell you this. I was 11 years in the Coast Guard. I was in Puerto Rico before and during Maria and Irma. I was stationed there through all of that stuff. FEMA did the same stuff there. To the point where the Coast Guard, we did not work directly with FEMA because they were doing shady stuff. So we ended up loading a bunch of supplies and stuff and taking it around the island and delivering it. And we did the same thing after the earthquakes as well. They were confiscating supplies. They weren't issuing supplies. They mishandled money. They mishandled distribution of supplies, and the locals suffered for it. And they are doing the same thing in North Carolina. This is not a joke. This is not a conspiracy theory. Like this is not false information. Like I'm here, I'm boots on the ground. We are actually about to go and fly into a different area via helicopter. We're gonna go to the airport, load up the dogs, and we're gonna fly into a different area where families are missing. But the initial meetup point was the Boone area. As far as families missing and stuff, right now Boone is clear. So we've been given new coordinates to go to a different area. But yes, FEMA is here and they are doing really, really sketchy, shady stuff. So take that information for what you will. This is this information that needs to get out to the news media. This is the information that needs to get out. And honestly, if FEMA is not going to do their job, and I'm not saying that all of the FEMA agents, because I know a lot of canine handlers that are part of FEMA that are doing what they're supposed to be doing. However, why are we confiscating supplies? Why are we taking supplies from people that are coming in to help and have experience and can do the job, and then giving it to illegals and not giving it to the people who have been affected? That is my biggest issue with this whole situation. So take that information, share the video, spread it around. I will give more updated information as I get it, as I get to different areas. Stand by for, I'm going to document this whole thing. Obviously, given with the appropriate amount of time, like I do have to still do my job. There are people that are missing that I have to work my dogs and stuff. So I will update as I can. However, that is the situation in this area. If you're going to be donating, don't donate to FEMA, obviously. Try to find legitimate people who are going to be putting their efforts to good use. And donate your donations or your money or whatever through them. Just be very, very careful. But yes, FEMA is 100%. There's a lot of videos saying no, FEMA would never, yes, they will, and they are. So, it's appalling. It is disgusting. Like this is, I'm at a loss for words, and it's very, very infuriating for me. But they need to be held accountable. And what do you do, right? Like what do we do? But like that's the reality of it. So keep that in mind. I will update you guys as I can, and we'll see you in a couple hours.
So these are the people who are on the ground. These are the bits of information that are coming out, which, of course, as she said, the media will swear blind that, oh, no, we didn't do that. Oh, no, that wasn't how it was. It's just, no. Now, I've just come off a stream with Wooker, and I'll say there what I said before, which is, how can anyone stand in the way of people who wish to go and help? There are people dying. We've had information that the casualty figures there are grossly underestimating or underquoting them. People are being found dead all over the place. There are loads of people missing. And it's just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous that people will do this. It's just unbelievable. I mean, when you're looking at things like, there's this here. This is something here in the UK that we're maybe not being paid much attention to because our media barely covers it. It's just a quick flick over and that's it. But this is a disgraceful thing. This is government deliberately allowing people to die and then persecuting people who are just trying to help. And you're getting things like this. I'll just quickly bring this one up as well. You get memes like this, which is the statement of truth. So you don't have enough money to help flood victims, but you do have enough to arrest people volunteering. Because that's what they're doing. They're actually arresting people who are trying to get there to help. You know, because humans are wonderful when we want to be, and you need to save people. When people are in trouble, they need to be helped. And it's just literally unbelievable. And this is another one. People go, it's a conspiracy theory. Well, I've got another one here. This, we'll cover this one here, where this is a truck driver. Okay. So we'll bring it up, and let's just scroll down. So, again, strange things are happening in Asheville. Now, this guy is a truck driver. He'll explain. So just listen and try and make this make sense.
To hear this. I'm a truck driver, all right? I have a 53-foot step deck. I've been trucking for about 2.5 years. I have a YouTube channel. You can verify that on Babyline Hotshot. Usually in a disaster situation, it is payday for truckers. We look for that hurricane. We look for that ice storm. There's generators coming to you. There's stuff coming out of military bases. There is excavators, skid steers, bulldozers, tree trimming equipment, pumps, like water pumps to pump water out of places that have been flooded. There's no loads on the load board coming to you within 125 miles of Asheville. It's called Truck Stop. This is where I find all my loads. Chicago, Illinois, up at the top. Within 250 miles of Chicago is where I'm gonna pick up. The second is the destination. So it goes origin, destination, watch. See, drop off location. Let's do city, North Carolina. Click it, boom. All right. These are all $1.40 a mile loads, $1.39. That was posted yesterday. I mean, there's nothing. There's nothing. These are loads that you wouldn't even, nobody's taking them. They're just on the load board. They've been on there since yesterday. You can see, right? Let's type in a different city. That's from Chicago. Maybe Tennessee, maybe Nashville is closer, and they'd send resources from Nashville, Tennessee. Nashville, Tennessee, within 250 miles of Nashville, to Asheville, North Carolina, within 125 miles. Let's see, that's it. That's all the loads. That's all the loads that are 28,000 pounds in load. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I mean, what the hell's going on here? I had brokers call me and tell me, Stu, have you seen any loads going to Asheville or like anywhere around the Carolinas, South Carolina, Georgia? Is there any like FEMA loads? There's none. Zero. He's been a broker for 6 years. And he's talking to other brokers. They're saying the same thing. What's going on, guys?
So there's no supplies being rushed in at all. I mean, I think they get $350 each. That's it. But that's it. That's all they're getting. There's nothing going in. Absolutely nothing going in. And then, of course, you get the other things, which is valid. It's valid to ask. Is it because of where this happened? And then when you bring up this map, you can see Hurricane Helene survivors abandoned by Harris Biden regime won't be able to vote. While there's been lip service paid to ensuring everybody impacted by the hurricane will be able to vote, the reality is that FEMA's utter failure to ensure the electoral impact of the region will be blunted, creating a perverse incentive to delay aid to victims. Now, other people have said, is it because these are majority white? Bit of this, bit of that. But the White House is ignoring, is deliberately not helping anyone to go in that area. There's literally nothing. Literally nothing. Now, we understand here in the United Kingdom about the principle of that. You know, where money's going to immigrants when it's not going where it should do. And you get things like this. There you go. Secretary Antony Blinken. The US is at the foremost of humanitarian response to the growing crisis in Lebanon. We're announcing $157 million in assistance today. We're committed to supporting those in need and delivering essential aid to displaced civilians, refugees and community hosting them. Barry's Hyde administration sends South Carolina $2 million in emergency relief funding for roads, bridges damaged in Hurricane Helene. This is $157 million to foreigners, $2 million to your home. This is cutting off the winter fuel allowance to old people, saving £1.4 billion, while sending £11.6 billion to Africa, £3 billion to the Ukraine. But to help your own people? No. And this is why I'm bringing this video to you and I'm mentioning it, because what you can see here, ladies and gentlemen, is it's happening everywhere on purpose. They will send money abroad but won't save their own. They'll welcome everybody from abroad into the country and pay for their existence. But if you live in the country, you were born in the country, you're a native of the country, you get no help. They are singing from the same hymn sheet. Their whole purpose is to destroy Western society, to destroy everything that they can, and they're doing it by letting us die. There is no excuse for walking away from people in trouble. None whatsoever. America is suffering like we're suffering. Their leader is quite happy to give the world the money and import the world because they're going to vote for me and ignore everybody who lives there. It's the same thing. It's exactly the same thing. It is wrong. It is abhorrent. A lot of you know now that I've gone back to Christ and I haven't been a follower of Jesus for, well, as far back as I can remember. But when I can see true demons, true, God-honest evil existing, allowing people to die for money and for perverted reasons, if there are demons, there is the devil. If the devil exists, so does Jesus, so does God. And our mission, telling you the truth. I mean, some people go with the alternative media. We're not the alternative media. I'm not a citizen journalist. I'm just a commentator. But we're the media. As Maya Tusi says, we are the media. We are the media. It's just us. We tell you the truth. We give it to you as it is. We give you our God-honest opinion and show you the stuff the media won't talk about, isn't going to talk about, and doesn't care about. The media doesn't care about you and I. It cares about, remember, the three pillars I've been talking about. Russell Brand says them as well. Yeah, the three pillars. Government, corporations, media. And these three work to satisfy themselves. And they don't care about us. We're nothing but a number. We're an insignificance. We are the biggest source of carbon they want to get rid of. This should open your eyes that, again, another government is willingly sacrificing its own populace for what? For what? Here in the UK, so old people will die because old people usually don't vote Labour. Import more young because they'll vote Labour because most of them, the youngsters, either won't vote at all or are easily moulded into thinking what they need to think and do as they're told. Unbelievable. It's a madness, and this is the world we're living in. Right then, over there are two more videos popping up for you to click on over and have a watch. Down below is my logo. Click on that to subscribe. It's free. Please do so. It's up to you. But if you subscribe and if you also like this video, this will increase my algorithm. This will allow me to get the message out to more and more and more people, because everybody needs to know the stuff that no one else but us are reporting. Thanks for watching. And now I'm done. So, until the next one.